Welcome back to the black screen that is Jack of All Shades 2's channel. This is yours truly speaking, and we are continuing with my series of trilogies of games. And in keeping with tradition, what are we going to today? More Capcom! 1993 already, that's a tip-off. Nintendo! Yeah, no Capcom screen or image on the ROM for some reason, though it is in the original game. As you can tell already by the technical babble here, what is the game? You can't see me right now, I'm rocking out because this is the best intro ever. Yep, Mega Man X. We were starting with the Mega Man X trilogy for the Super Nintendo. If I haven't already mentioned, this is going to be an all upgrade-less run. The only ones I'm going to get are the ones that you have to get to progress. They're kind of in your way. The only two that apply to that are the speed, the boots, which I will be using because they let you use them in the other two, so it's only fair. And the power-up, the Buster power-up, because after Zero, spoilers, not going to give anything away, after that happens, basically, you kind of have to use it. Not have to use it, per se, but you have to get it, at least. So yeah, not surprisingly, I'm keeping with the theme of childhood favorites. The Mega Man, I was always a big fan of Mega Man in general, but the X series is the best to me, and this might go with the fact that, again, like I said in Final Fight, the Super Nintendo was my first system. So I didn't play the original Mega Man games until much later, after Mega Man X and company had already taken over my, I guess, consciousness as the best, or the most fun. And even with the original games in mind, they are fun, I just think X looks so much more kick-ass in this one. And the music is great, and the action, all this bosses provide a fair amount of challenge. It's just tons of fun, I think. And again, I like the originals, played through them, they're great, but this one still holds a special tie for me. And as a kid, this is another one of those ones that took me... I did eventually beat this one, unlike the original Final Fight, after too long. I eventually had to enlist the help of some friends of mine who were older and knew what they were doing. You know, kids who had played the original Mega Mans and were actually good at these games, and I wasn't as a kid, I'm not afraid to admit it. Oh my god! Aliens are landing! Not aliens. Just more bad guys, really. Yeah, so if you don't know the story behind the Mega Man X series, basically there are Mavericks who used to be your allies, but then they broke the first rule of robotics, and that is don't ever hurt a human, and they've kind of gone crazy, and it's X's job to stop them. And this is Vile, really the first one we run into. You might notice I'm getting my ass kicked. You cannot kill him. He's a boss who you must lose to, which always pissed me off as a kid. I always thought you could beat him, but of course you can't. And he'll get you to a low HP and do this. Capture you. We get our first dialogue in the game.
You worthless piece of scrap metal. Did you think you could defeat me?
Yeah, I may or may not be doing voices for this whole playthrough. Get ready for Kick-Ass Music Part 2! Again, this is purely glorious 16-bit music that they really rock out with. Okay, hold on.
I guess I'm not powerful enough to defeat him. X, you shouldn't expect to defeat him. He is designed to be a war machine. Remember, you have not reached full power yet.
And we won't. Spoilers.
If you use all the abilities you were designed with, you should become stronger. You may even become as powerful as I am. I'll scout ahead and collect as much information on Sigma's fortress as I can. I'll meet up with you when you get there. See you later. X, I know you can do it.
They already kind of spoiled something, because we don't know right now that Sigma is the villain. So if you were playing that for the first time, you'd be totally lost already, after I said Sigma. Okay! Typical Mega Man fashion, 8 bosses you can choose from. I did a little research later on in my years about this game, because I started playing it again. The order I always used to go in, and still do, is totally different and totally not recommended from what everybody else does. But I'm going to go ahead and stick with it because it's what I'm most familiar with. You know, Chill Penguin, Launch Octopus, Armored Armadillo, Storm Eagle, almost said Spread Eagle, sorry, Spark Mandrill, Sting Chameleon, Boomer Kuwanger, we'll get to what he is in a minute, and Flame Mammoth. I don't remember who is recommended to start with, but I always do Chill Penguin. Not recommended. I don't know why. The reason we always did him first as a kid is because he's actually kind of an easy boss, and the fact that you get the dash boots, which are inevitable upgrades. So, and they're good to have for the rest of the game. The later X series games spoiled you by giving you the dash boots right when you start, which I always hated, because it's like, why couldn't they do it in this one too? It makes no sense. Or why didn't they keep with that theme, you know? Up the challenge a bit already, seriously. Gotta turn the volume down. Yeah, this is a typical, Mega Man stage. In keeping with the theme, it's very cold, probably in the Arctic somewhere. These rolling guys were always annoying. The bats are the worst, though. If I could go the whole game without seeing a bat, I would be happy. They're just flying all the time. I have no real reason to hate them, they just get on my nerves, I guess, because they're everywhere, especially in this level, and then a couple of other levels. So yeah, this is a capsule that lets you get an upgrade. And who is in the capsule? Oh, I got Dr. Light! I haven't seen you in forever! Oh, it's a hologram. Okay, I'll try my best on this one.
So you've come. X, I gave you the ability to choose your own path in life. And I hoped the world would allow you to choose a peaceful one. But now, it seems that you are destined to fight. Because I thought the world might need a new champion, I have hidden capsules like this one. If you find and use them, you will be able to increase your powers, which we won't, beyond anything the world has ever known. Step into this capsule and receive an acceleration system to boost your speed. Good luck, X.
Yeah, I never read that dialogue as a kid. I always just sped through it because I thought, there's this old guy talking. He's annoying. And you get zapped, which is probably painful, but check out my new kicks! And of course I demonstrate. Later on in the game, I might show where the other upgrades are for those of you who have never played this game, but still won't be getting them. I'll show you where the hearts are and everything like that. Energy tanks. And when you're dashing and you do any really move from your X-Buster. It's doubled in power, which is why those little flying things you could see me killing with one of these. It's not that they're weak, although they kind of are. It's mainly because with the powered up, sped up boost, it helps. And this guy is awesome. You get to punch stuff and not use him. Yeah, this is a shortcut. I believe it's either this one or this one. If you shoot it with fire that you get from Flame Mammoth, who you'll see later, one of them has a heart piece. First heart in the game, it was always the last one I got because I always beat Flame Mammoth close to last, I think. These guys are annoying, they throw snowballs, and sometimes this giant rolled up snowball like that is undodgeable. There's one, and there's another one right after it. This part always sucked as a kid for me, you know? Sped up a little bit there, sorry. I might be doing that a lot because there are long transitions. Otherwise, the regular transition is this. Tedious! Okay.
Chill, penguin!
They don't have dialogue or voices, I just like doing voices for them. Fairly easy boss fight. He makes penguins out of ice, shoots ice pebbles at you, breaks his own creations in an attempt to hit you, jumps. This little thing up there, he causes wind to blow a certain way. And when you can't shoot him, that's when he's about to dash, like that. I think that's all the attacks he really has. You are easy to kill. You spent no time at all making your creations, and then you just dash through them. It's the equivalent of a little kid who builds a snowman and then rides his sled through it. It's like, what's the point in that? But yeah, as you can see, easy. And he bursts into flames. Don't all penguins do that? And first level done, yay. Play me out, Paul! Epic music plays. Get your game on! And we're out here. At the end of every boss that you beat, it shows you get shotgun ice. It's pretty cool. It's just like what he has. And these are save numbers that you can input later to come back to this point. If you've played any other Mega Man game, like Mega Man 7 or 8 or stuff like that. Very similar. We're not going to use it because with this emulator we have the blessing of save states. So it doesn't matter. So yeah, that was Chill Penguin, and that was the opening. This is, again, one of my childhood favorites, and I'm going to be playing through it challengingly, armorless, which I've never done before. This ought to be fun. And then we'll go through the other Mega Man X games, too, all the way up to 3. I don't know if I'll do those armorless as well. I guess to keep with the theme it makes sense, but... So yeah, next we'll be tackling on Spark Mandrill. I'm going to go, since I'm not getting the armor and anything, I'm going to go in order of weaknesses. So, should be a little different, but it'll still be fun. Until next time, see you guys later.